Hi guys, my name is Crystal and welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome old subscribers, welcome new. If you like my videos, please press the like button. If you like them even more, please subscribe. What a lovely sunny day it is today. I myself, I went out to Herne Bay yesterday and I didn't enjoy it. It wasn't my son's fault, I just didn't enjoy it. When you go out to the seaside, you want it to be nice and happy, and you want to, just be left alone to enjoy yourself, and I didn't. As I said, it wasn't my son's fault, it was spoilt by other people, as it usually is. But it's my fault for letting them spoil it, so I shouldn't have got upset. I should just have ignored it. All I wanted to do was rest, enjoy the sun, go in the sea and spend a bit of fun and time in the arcades with the 2 penny pushers. Anyway, that will not be happening again, because I shan't be going to the seaside again this year. No, I won't be. It's not a thing wrong with me. The only person I've been going out this year is my son, really. I collect my prescription from Strood Boots Pharmacy when I need my repeat prescription. I sometimes pop in a couple of charity shops, and the abuse and the bullying goes on in there. I just go in the shop to buy things and get out of there. I don't ask for people's, comments. You pick something up, that's rubbish. Oh, don't like that. Well, I'm sick of it, So what do? Stay indoors all day with the windows and the doors shut, watching the telly or listening to the radio, right? I know when I go to the beach, right, people want to do what they like. They want to smoke their weed joints. They want to do exactly what they want, and they probably think because I'm there, I'm going to spoil it. But every time I've been to the beach with my son, I have smelt cannabis. When I was sat in my car having a bit of respite with my son, so we had a bit of space between each other, someone even came near my son's car when I was sat in it smoking weed. It does nothing for me at all. And I've said before, I'm obviously his mother, his mum. And we were discussing it as well. He said, "Mum, if I was with a girlfriend, I'd spend all my money on my girlfriend, taking my girlfriend to places, taking my girlfriend in the amusements." He said, but he hasn't got a girlfriend at the moment, because all my son's girlfriends have been a bit strange, overbearing, over-controlling, like watching what he's doing and everything. So he's waiting to find the right girlfriend. And I said to my son, I've got the same problem, but I can't find a decent boyfriend. And it was the same when I was with my dad, when he was taking me to holiday caravan parks. I wanted a boyfriend. I didn't want to keep going on holiday with my father. I didn't want to go on holiday with my dad. I told him, I said, I don't want to do this. You don't go on holiday with your daughter and share a bedroom, do you? My father was booking holiday caravan parks and ordering a double bed, having a bedroom with a double bed in it, and he was sleeping with me in it. And especially on one occasion in a holiday setting, my dad had taken me on holiday and I refused to get in the bed with him. I refused. I said, I don't want to go. And he went, "Get up here now." So So I was lying on the sofa, right? I didn't want to go to bed with my dad. I didn't want to get in bed with my own father. So I was laid on the sofa, and he went, "Get up here now." And a 6'2" man, I'm 5'5", and he's going, "Get up here now." And I had to climb up the stairs and get in bed with my own father. And this is all after telling the police I was being sexually abused. And they told me to shut my mouth or I would go to prison. Me! Well, in fact, when I came to Chatham, I wanted my mum and dad to help me get my son back from being with my ex-husband. The police had given my son to my ex-husband. And I said no. I said I didn't want that, but they did. So I came down to Chatham to ask my mum and dad for help to get my son off my ex-husband. I was told if I cleaned my flat and got it nice and tidy, I could have my son back. So I came down to Chatham in 2008 to get my mum and dad's help to get my son off my ex-husband. But my dad said to me, "You've got to forget you've had children now." This is what my father said to me. "You've got to forget you had kids and just carry on living here with us." And how can you forget how can a woman forget she's given birth to 4 children? How can you just block your children out of your memory and forget you've ever had kids? So what happened was this man who said he was my father, because I presumed he was. I hadn't seen my parents in 22 years. I'd been living up in Gloucestershire with my ex-husband and my children. Neither my mother or father had attempted to come up to Gloucester to see me or their grandchildren. I just communicated over the phone with my mother for 22 years. So when I came down to Chatham, I hadn't seen my parents in 22 years. As I said, when I was questioned by some sort of psychiatrist, I said, I hadn't seen my parents in 22 years. I didn't even know what they looked like. So I came down in September of 2008 thinking my mum and dad would help me get my children back, and they didn't. So I ended up stranded in Chatham with my mum and dad, and then all of a sudden my flat in Gloucestershire gets repossessed, and I allegedly get raped in the October. Then I find out one of my sons has got cancer, and my dad won't take me up to see my son who's got cancer. He doesn't want to know. I'm used as a sex toy. My dad was actually physically, sexually abusing me when all I wanted was my children back. And then all of a sudden he started booking holidays in posh accommodations. So he would book holiday in a stable cottage, 1 bedroom with a double bed, and force me to sleep in the double bed with him. Now, I'd contacted the police 5 or 6 times for help. 2 times I was threatened if I told the truth I'd go in a prison cell, and you just learn that phoning the police is a waste of time. My dad physically abused me on one occasion. He cut my face. A police officer came out. "What do you want me to do?" That's not a real police officer asking me what I want a policeman to do. It was just an ordinary bloke. He didn't know what he was doing. I'd been told I was a guest. Don't worry about my parents' living situation. My mum was going around with the phone bell in her handbag and the telephone. I couldn't speak to my kids. When I first came down, my mum was carrying the the landline phone in her handbag. I couldn't speak to my children. I don't know what the fuck was going on, you know. And all of a sudden, I'm a sex toy. I'm being taken to holiday accommodations and sexually abused by my father, physically touching my breasts, touching my private parts and abusing me. And then when I try and get help from the police, I'm threatened. Basically told to shut up. Now my dad's dead and he's passed away, it's not stopped. Although the sexual abuse, I mean, I haven't been sexually violated for 6 years. And the last time my dad physically sexually assaulted me was in 2011. Right? It stopped in 2011. But the abuse where he was like swearing at me and controlling my life carried on till the day he died, telling me what to do and, you know, posting videos and pictures of me calling me a slag and a whore when he was physically abusing me. He was in effect having a sexual relationship with his own daughter and getting away with it because the police just told me to shut up, basically, and not say anything. So my life now, my father's dead, is vacant. You know, there's no sex, there's no company, and my mum sounds like she's drunk all the time, laughing. Last night, I'll be quite honest with you, she said, can I speak to Max over the phone? So I put the phone, and she said, how's his little winky? How's his penis? She sounded off her head. Absolutely bananas. And we're talking about my mum Jennifer, not my son talking about me. Because whenever my son takes me out to the seaside, they're all acting like I'm Jennifer, you know, with jeans turned up and they keep bending up. That's sexual abuse, bending over and showing me their bottoms. Like little piggies, like the 3 little pigs bent over with bare bums. And you can see their bum crack. And another thing I want to say is, when I was at Herne Bay, a boy had a top on with J, a capital J, and dog. So he was walking around Herne Bay with a dog, with a top on that said J dog. Capital J, D-O-G, J dog. And my son had asked me to change my name back to Genestra Trower. Not Jennifer Trower. He'd asked me to change my name back to Genestra Trower. So we then walked to the arcade and there was a boy with a top on with J dog. What is Jennifer the dog or Genestra the dog, or are we both dogs? Something not right is going on. I'm not subjecting myself to this abuse anymore. If I have to stay indoors, I'll stay indoors. But someone is not telling me the truth. It's every time my son takes me to the beach with him. Every time. I'm a mum of 53, right? I don't see my adopted son. I haven't seen, my son was ripped out of my arms when he was 2.5 years old. I managed to go to contact sessions up in Gloucester to see him once a month, and then that stopped. So from the age of 5, I never saw my adopted son. I haven't seen my son for over 10 years. And to be quite truthful with you, my mother, Jennifer, doesn't really care. No. All she is full of sexual innuendos, and she has been since I was a child, making fun about things that aren't funny. Like my dad's got a small dick. My dad's a fairy. My dad's this and that and the other. And my mum obviously brought me up. Total fucking shit childhood, total embarrassment. I was ashamed of both of them, my parents. And now I'm living with the mess that my dad's left since he's passed away. He was having a sexual relationship with his own daughter, and I wasn't allowed to have boyfriends. Now my dad's dead, I've got nobody at all. I'm in a fucking prison, I'm living like a nun, I'm being trawled around places, being taken the mickey out of, and being treated like some kind of fucking animal, where everybody's laughing at me. I'm being trawled around like a circus animal, where everyone's abusing and laughing at me. And I've fucking had enough. Now I'm going to make balloon videos and try and make myself happy. I am in the process of writing a book about the abuse I've suffered since I was a little child. And I'm going to get on with things. I'm not mad. I think it's drugs. I think my mum is doped up with something. You don't laugh. I rang her last night and I was in the bath. The bath. If you ask me, it's some kind of porn. Porn! I'm very upset about how I was treated yesterday, not by my son but by other people. I'm upset that I can't talk to my mum because she's just sounds like she's on drugs, to be honest. I am going to get on with the rest of my day. I've got to live my life by myself with no fucking company and get on with it. See you later.